new one will be like this, very thin one. And in terms of height, you can see the result is much better. Second, okay? So the main complaint with you, it was relevant to the panel. It is, okay? This is the new one. The new one, everything has been correct. We have eliminated all the point of weakness in our model. Alpha SE. The other details have been already described by Mark.
This one also, sir. See the handle?
Yeah.
And the glass inside,
inside the glass.
tray inside.
The glass inside, the glass inside. This is the old one, which is available in most of the Egyptian and the Turkish model. And so
Legs.
the new glass. Regarding the removable, this is removable by screw. So you have to use the screw. Why? Because people, when it's too easy to remove, start to play with it. Regarding the model available in the market, most of the Turkish, for example, or Italian model as well, they have a lot of holes here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We have for the air exhaust, for the heat exhaust, but there is a protection, so nothing goes inside. So no need to be cleaned so often, maybe once a year, because food, oil, grease doesn't enter. Because we don't have the open holes here, but it's protected. There is a heat exhaust, but it's made in a proper way. I mean, no need to be cleaned so frequently because nothing enters inside. Legs, you see by yourself. It was very thin before, and the fixing system, it was weaker than the new one. So sometimes one is, okay, it's not correct, but it can happen that it is, yeah, so is this kind of problem of leaning in the fits has been eliminated, okay? Entry level, Alpha SE, 80 by 60, same product as the SE. For 80 by 60, we don't have the cast iron, so it will remain the semi-cast iron.
This one also same. It was semi-custom, right? So
Okay, it will remain unica, unified, same cavity. All cavity, new one, same one. Okay, for women it's very important because it's much easier to clean, much easier to clean. Self-cleaning panel. The self-cleaning panel, our self-cleaning panel are very easy to replace. Self-cleaning panel doesn't last forever. After 2, maximum 3 years, depending on the way of use, has to be replaced. The other competitors have the self-cleaning system, which is built in. It's a kind of paint. It's kind of so it
It's part of the cavity of the
it's part of it. So it cannot be replaced at all. While with our model, it can be replaced. So this is the final product, I mean the product that you will have in 10 days time.
Just a single thing, okay, this is the fact of the self-standing lead that I introduced before. Regarding I told you, regarding the safe touch, the system we are thinking it, I mean, we implemented to exhaust the heat. You see that compared to the older model, you have much more holes on the back. That's let the cooker exhaust the heat in a better way. Okay, so that's why you see it in SC model, SB. Okay,
You can see here there was only 8 holes. Now we
Yeah.
have more than
also the back
Three
part.
times more.
Okay? Also the back part is different than this. Yeah. The other things is about the previous model we had the buttons to ignite. Here is to ignite.
Two-hand ignition.
Yeah, no one.
and see the knobs, the design of the new knobs.
Design.
You have to touch it.
One more thing. We talk about the burner. Most of you say that is smaller and the computer are bigger. We have earlier this one. As we mentioned, the people who come late, they did not attend the session. So this one is much. The power of this one is more than this one.
3.8.
3.6, 3.8.
But the difference is not much. If you put it here, it's only neglectable millimeters around. So, but this one is much better than the previous one.
And one more point regarding the burner. The new burner will comply with the European standard. So it's more efficient. So rising the time in rising temperature is shorter. So according with the new rules, and sooner or later will happen here, we are complying with the new European rules. And
Also, you can notice here. The difference.
Yeah.
Difference in
Because
course.
previously all of you are complaining there is some issue here. So this one is more strong
And also, the markings on the, it's more visible than the other one.
Glemgas brand.
No.
Sorry, the market. Even in the brand, you can see it's much bigger.
Yeah, badge is big.
Please keep in mind, sorry, this one only 30 centimeters. This is not up to here. No, it is only 30 centimeters.
30 degrees.
Okay, sorry, 30 degrees. Yeah. So this is the.
And there is going down.
And it was only for from this model onwards.
Okay, it is
This
more
model
now. It's
has
only 40. It is 45.
Yeah, I mean the number is to get you the idea. It's just for a part of the movement, not every.
Yeah, if it is fell from here to here, it will be very strong. But if it is fell from here, it will be. Leave it. Leave it. Stop. The head will not be stronger like if it is fell from more speed.
One more thing. If you have a port here, it can stand up to touch the port. So it doesn't hit the port. So from here, it stop on the port. But if it start to fall down from here, it will hit the port directly.
More visible door outside.
Yes.
Yeah, the badge here.
Yes.
SP matrix.
GNOV. There was
Here we have the column. Here we have the frame. So from outside, we preserve the effect of, let's say, luxury that is offered by the column. But the problem with the column is that they get space from inside. So this oven, the width is the same as 80 by 60. While this one, you see,
77.5 centimeters.
Marco also mentioned about the POP. For the web now, the POP, we are continuing with this one to be stick on the oven room. Also, we have this new one that can be used in two different ways. In some place where you have space on this plate, you can put this HI POP, so people open and can find all the USB and explanation about the features. Okay, Well, this is not possible because of the lack of space. Very self-explaining. Now, regarding
You can see the glass, how it looks. Earlier, you cannot see anything. This is the new design.
now regarding competitors. Regarding competitors. Our main competitors, because we are on the, almost on the same level.
Please listen to this, please.
This is true, especially on the power retail, like Carrefour, Lulu, etc. They are growing. It's a BSH, Bosch and Siemens. Okay, so regarding the competition with the Bosch and Siemens, they have two models made in Turkey, which is almost in the same range of price of our Alpha and now SE. Okay, so when you have this kind of competition, direct competition, you can compete with SE with the Turkish model. This one is made in Italy. It's using new Sabaf burner. So you have a tool, you have a weapon to compete with.
Bigger oven, bigger tray.
Yeah. We show you the picture. Please, every time you have to compete with them, use the tray, our tray, and show to the customer that it doesn't fit in the oven of our competitors. Especially for the Bosch and Siemens, when you have competition with the Turkish model, which is again almost in the same range of price. For the same price, you can have the made in Italy instead of made in Turkey. This is very important. So this is how to compete with each model. The other two models, Italian. Italian, they have without multifunction, and in this case, you can suggest our model. Again, you can use our tray that doesn't fit in Bosch and Siemens cavity. So this is the right product. Also, they have in the normal model, non-multifunction, they have the same tray as the multifunction one. So they have this tray, this dimension, because of the space on the back. They use for both, with fan or without fan. So when you have to compete with the Italian model, Bosch and Siemens, you can show that our tray is that. This one is the same. I mean, in the model with the multifunction, because of the box of the fan is the same, but they don't have two different kind of tray. What else?
Yeah, the other point is probably around the door. Again, compared to Siemens and Bosch, our door, as Paul anticipated to you before, it's it let me say, the heat exhaust. So they have hole, but it's protected in the way nothing goes inside. The other one has a hole big like this, two areas.
Yeah.
Okay, so just underline this point to the user. So it's, as we said before, we try to cover all the details of the product, because that's the meaning of being made in Italy, not only the origin, but is pay attention to any single stuff, okay? Also.
Okay. Regarding the Bosch and Siemens with fan, they are in the same range of price, which is let's say 3,800, 4,000. They're in the same range as new ST, Specialista Top model. So on design-wise, this one is much nicer. Please inform the customer that the square top is what is called building in. It means that it fits perfectly to the kitchen cabinets. shape. Bosch and Siemens, they don't have on the professional line, they don't have professional line. We have professional line. And this one, because of the square top, it fits perfectly to the shape of the kitchen cabinets. This is very important. So this one, the model with fan ST also has the cooling fan. Okay, so the cooling fan here is available. In fact, you see the system. There is
Yeah,
no
no
holes
more.
here. The cooling system, because in the way of use of the multifunction requires the cooling system. This one has a cooling system. So the finishing is, this is self-explaining. Compared with the old one, is this kind of handle now is available. The round one is available with everybody. So we decide to make, if you know the handle, the shape of the knobs, the front panel, everything is basically the same. Of course, in the higher model, the finishing of the tape is higher, but we have a family look. This is very important because on display, you can immediately recognize which product is Glemgas. Glemgas has a kind of family line. This is very important. Front panel, knobs, and handle.
And then again, against the great competitor Bosch and Siemens, let the people touch and feel the difference between this kind of handle, this kind of knobs compared to the round Siemens knob or the tiny small handle that they have that you can feel it, you can feel the pain when you open it because you have something square that push on your finger. So let the people try it, touch it, that's because they can feel the difference. Same story about the Bosch compared also to our models. Is there's something. So let's play on that. Okay?
The handle also said it is there is a space on the
Yes, space.
Perfect.
One more thing here,
More comfortable.
sorry, have you mentioned about this model can remove
Yes.
the glass?
Yes.
The important thing when you show that is using two hands
Yeah.
on
Two
each
hands,
side.
huh?
Two
One
hands,
is
yeah.
pushing, the other is pulling.
Yes.
Okay, especially for the ladies. All right?
Okay.
So it's a solid system. It seems a little bit tricky.
You want to try? Please.
Very simple. Come.
Put everything there. You're right-handed, so you push and pull with the other hand. Yeah. Perfect.
This one, this side also.
You don't know before?
Here we go.
So easy to
Okay,
use.
shoes.
Very convenient. So easy, convenient for the ladies.
Great. Thanks.
Sir, about the cover, it's removable.
Yeah.
Can you, so please move a little bit back. We will not talk about these two models
You
here.
can remove it if you want, like a building.